You made it to the right spot. We're going to get you guys on board here in just a few minutes, but first, I'm going to give you some information that you might want to know. Starting with this right here. This wonderful vessel is what we call in the industry a boat. This is not the submarine. This one can go underwater, but only once. Ideally, it stays above the water. Our submarine is about a mile in that direction over there. You guys are all going to go looking for it, but it's underwater, because that's what submarines do. We'll take you guys out there. Hopefully we get to watch it surface. Now, to get out there, we will be using this boat. To get on this boat, you have to cross that ramp. That ramp does tend to move a little bit while we're here on shore, and it moves a lot of it while we're offshore. So please watch your step on and off of it, as it is about 150 pounds, and its favorite snack is toes. So watch your step on and off it. We don't need anyone getting a Capenna pedicure. Also, you'll notice our ramp is kind of steep today. A little bit of a higher tide, or a lot of bit of a higher tide. So please watch your step on and off of it. Don't stand at the end of it and watch it move. It is going to move, so please just step all the way up onto it and make your way up the ramp. Once you're on board, that's our main deck. Most important thing about that deck is that is where the restrooms are. Because there are no restrooms on the submarine. I will repeat, there are no restrooms on the submarine. But you're in luck, there are two of them at the back of the boat at the base of the stairs. Please make use of them before we get out of the sub. And you'll be underwater for about 45 minutes, looking at a whole lot of water with no restrooms on the submarine. Still can't use it before we get out there. We'll show you guys a quick safety video once we get all settled in. Gives you information on the standard safety equipment on this boat and the unique safety equipment on the submarine. We're going to be making our way offshore here in just a moment, so we'll ring that bell at the end dock when time comes. Mahalo.
There it is, another turtle. Here, turtle, 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 turtle. It dove again. You're going in. It's green. Oh my God. It's green. You gotta come offshore for blue.
You want to go up?
Anywhere you want.
Maybe later.
Sabi ko sa'yo, malikot.
Okay.
Pag sa taas, mas lalong rock na mo.
We don't need it till we get back on shore, so you have to secure it somewhere.
Especially careful, as there is a risk of slipping under handrails should you fall. Alright guys, thank you so much for pretending to pay attention to that safety video. We hope you enjoyed it just as much as we do every single hour. A couple things I am going to add to it. Firstly, hanging out upstairs. Please watch your step up and down those stairs. It is bumpy and the stairs are steep, so please use those handrails. Please, please, please use those handrails. Secondly, if you guys are out here, mainly towards our little ones, please no standing on the seats. No more feet on the seat. Because if you guys stand on the seats, that increases the chances of you going overboard. And if you guys go overboard, I have to go in after you. And I don't want to do that today. I just washed this shirt. So please, no standing on the seats. Also, if you guys are on the upper deck, hold on to your loose items. Know your hats, your glasses, eyelashes, wigs, anything that may go flying into the ocean. We'd like to keep your loose items, keep your personal belongings with you, and keep our oceans clean. Now, if you did lose an item, head on back up toward the back of the boat, raise your hand. I'll come back, I'll raise my hand with you, and we can wave it goodbye together. As we do not turn back for any lost items. Unless, of course, you far than the lost item. So, please hold on to your loose items. Making our way out of the channel here, off to our right-hand side. Starboard side, you guys got a popular surf break called Kaiser. Both are Kaisers. Then off to our left-hand side, port side, you guys have the entire Diamond Head crater, unblocked by the concrete jungle that we call Waikiki. It's one of the best views on the island, even though we're no longer on the island, on a boat in the middle of the ocean. But here we go, sit back, relax, enjoy the ride.
Alright.
Submarine adventure.
The Diamond Head
Sabi, humihingi ka muna kasi 45 minutes na nasa
No washroom.
loob tayo ng submarine under the water. Under the water, ate.
150.
I'm gonna be under the water. And see you in a bit. There is the island of Oahu. That's Waikiki. So Waikiki is a nice word. Di ba yun yung submarine? That's nice. Blue water. Ganda. Gusto. The one that looks like a wall. I think that's a memorial. Memorial for the dead soldiers who participated in World War II. That's the Diamond Head crater. Inakyat namin yan. We hiked on top of the crater. That's a lookout during the World War II. Pillbox. Hinike namin yan ni Mami.
Alright guys, we are approaching our dive site.
And
Off to the left-hand side, you guys can see the wonderful shoreline of Waikiki. Then off to the right, you guys can see the open ocean. I know, right? What do you do? We're looking for a blue and white tugboat.
blue and white. There's the blue and white tugboat.
There it is, blue and white tugboat. That's what we're looking for. That's our tugboat Palaoa. That is our shuttle boat, or our tow vessel, tows submarine out here every day. It is also our control boat, so there's always someone on that boat while the submarine is underwater. Speaking of submarines, here comes a bubble from our submarine right here. This slick spot in the water is where the submarine will be surfacing. So if you'd like to watch the submarine surface, come over to the right-hand side, because in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to service the mighty Atlantis 14. Woo! That is the world's largest passenger submarine. 101 feet long, 64 passenger capacity. That is your ride.
That is our ride. Ride on. Alright.
journey. So go ahead and have a seat for us, guys. Alright, so once we finish up this spin, we're gonna head on downstairs if you're up here. But we gotta finish the spin first. Alright, almost there.
It's the world's biggest passenger submarine.
Alright guys, go ahead and make your way downstairs. If you're upstairs, make your way downstairs, find a seat down there. And we're gonna board you guys as soon as we get ready for you guys. So hang out down there for just a few more moments.
There's our submarine. Noise. Hindi na po itong clickbait. Well, aloha! She has the coolest job. Si Mami po ang nakaisip nito. I didn't realize this tour exists.
There's no chance for me to see the deep water. Alright, all aboard!
Woohoo!
Have fun, you guys.
Thank you. We are going. my daughter's not with us.
Then right there. Okay, guys, thanks for waiting.
Thank you.
This way.
Thank you.
Walk this road, okay? Straight on down.
Straight on down, Mommy. We are now entering the submarine.
Welcome aboard, guys.
Thank you.
Now I'll have you spin around on this last gray step there to go down the hatch. Perfect.
There's Mommy.
And then look up real quick.
Look up.
Smile.
Not in a million years, huh?
Welcome aboard, ladies.
And we are inside the submarine. Oh, there's the pilot. The captain.
Please slide into them. Yes, you guys keep going down for me. You guys decide. Hi, keep coming. Go. You guys keep going that way. Keep sliding down. You guys coming this way. You're gonna come around this way.
Up to here?
Right there, yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you. We are actually under the water.
Yeah, give yourself some elbow.
Not yet in the water.
We are in a submarine. Can you imagine? Not in my wildest dreams. Yeah, I didn't even realize we will be inside the
You
submarine.
guys on each side, so give yourself some elbow room.
There's the propeller of the boat that dropped us off.
Daddy, we're going down.
We are going down. Look.
Yeah, we are going down.
But you said it has been
150.
operated like
39 years.
39 years
Yeah,
already?
in operation. Yeah.
How come it's not that promoted? Like,
Promoted?
yeah.
It is.
Yeah, ate, I am literally
Under the water. We hope we'll see some turtles, shark maybe.
Masyadong adventurous is small. It's a small time. Actually, I think this is the last thing that we planned. Impromptu. We didn't even plan it, like very last
night,
minute.
last booking.
Yeah. So there's the surface.
You see the surface?
Yeah, that's the surface,
that's
yeah.
the surface.
Hey, Roger Control. That's your secure life towards up turning 13,000, ready to dive.
Ready to dive, 28.
We are about to dive.
Roger, 28, here we go. Dive, dive, dive.
Alrighty, you guys heard Captain Steven say dive, dive, dive. So now we make our way down to the bottom of the ocean. As we make our way down though, it won't be like the Tower of Terror. We won't just drop straight down. It'll be kind of more like an airplane landing. So we'll tilt the bow of our submarine down and then just drive nice and slow and take our time all the way down to the bottom. So it will be a relaxing ride, won't be very crazy or anything like that. If you look all the way up here, we have one of our depth meters. You can follow along with how deep we are throughout our dive throughout the day. We have another one located all the way in the back, a little bit closer for you guys back there, right next to Captain Hunt back there. And then to introduce you to your crew, my name's Chase. I'll be your guys' narrator with a voice inside your head for the next half hour. Let you guys know a little about the fish we have out here, a little bit about the structures. Then if you ever have any questions, feel free to shout them out. That's what I'm here for. And then the most important man of the hour we have up here is Captain Steven here, or you heard, requesting permission for us to dive on down. So he's one of our lead pilots, so you're in good hands for today. And then we just started to slowly make our way down. We're still only at 9-10 feet. So most of the submarine's still up at the surface. Once we hit about 20 feet down, that's when the very last of the submarine's antenna makes it all the way down there.
14 feet pa lang.
And then we'll be fully submerged.
Nasa iyo. Nasa iyo.
And then you guys will also see all of these little white snowflakes throughout the whole dive. Any of you guys know what those are? Jellyfish? Not these ones. These ones are a little too small to be jellyfish, but close. Krill, some of them. This is all of the plankton floating by.
Planktons.
So plankton is also more of a size category rather than a specific species of animal. So it includes all different types of fish larvae, coral larvae, krill, crab larvae, just about everything that's tiny, small, floats in the water, we just call plankton. So there's over 100,000 different types of them. So we will see all different types of shapes, sizes, and even colors throughout
There's
the
the
day.
coral thing, oh. There's the ocean
Might
floor.
also be comforting to know that they're not all green and maniacal, right? Not all have deer Krabby Patties. And then if you start to look straight down in your viewports, you can already start to see the bottom of the sea floor.
Yeah.
We got about another 20, 30 feet in this area to make it all the way down to the bottom. Now that we're a lot closer to the bottom though, Captain Steve's going to start to navigate us to our first set of artificial reef structures. We came down in this area, and it's nice and open, empty, not too much to look out at, because it's our drop zone. We're going down in our submarine, we don't want to land on anything, right? We don't want to land on like a sunken ship or anything like that. We can't see what's directly below us. We're not a glass bottom submarine as well. So we always come down in this area because it's nice and open. Then as we make our way down, then we start to navigate to all of our cool artificial reefs to see throughout the dive. Artificial not necessarily meaning big though, but rather man-made. So all different structures that we built and then sunk down here on purpose to grow our coral on there. and then to attract all of the fish. Then if you were wondering where all of the fish are already, they're predominantly right by all of the structures. You might see a couple by the bottom of the seafloor in this area. We will see thousands and thousands of fish all over the place, but they will be by our structures today so that they do have lots of hiding spots to get away from the predators. Morning and afternoon are similar, just depends on the day and the current especially. At nighttime though, they do take naps. Then I'll also let you guys know where to look today to see our structures, right? We got you guys on both sides of our submarine. Most of the structures we'll see on one side at a time, and then on both sides of the submarine, we're starting to approach our Hawaiian pyramids. These were actually the first structures we sunk down here in 1989. Before we bought like a cool ship to see that was super expensive, we first wanted to test it out, see if we build them, will they actually come? Can we attract all the fish? Can we grow all of the coral on there? So that was our two goals by sinking these out here today. These ones only did one of those two goals very well though. Can you tell which one was better? Do you see more coral or more fish? Yeah, way more fish. We have fish all over the place, but not a whole lot of coral. The reason being is that these Hawaiian pyramids, the main platform, was made out of concrete, and it contains so much limestone that it makes it very acidic. So when the coral tries to actually attach onto there, it actually dissolves it off. It's so acidic. So they were a big flop in that aspect. This was also in like the early 80s that they started designing these, so they didn't really know what would work. Can't grow in the sand very well. And then over on our port side of the submarine, here we are coming up to our next set of artificial reef structures first. These ones are our Japanese reefs. Over in Japan, they have thousands of these structures and one's much larger, and they use them all to grow nori, or seaweed. To grow seaweed, or nori. Like, are you a big sushi fan? You know all the seaweed paper that wraps your sushi roll? This is how they grow it all. Yeah. So they'll grow the nice long chains of seaweed on there, then they'll harvest it, dry it, season it, and then cut it into those rectangular sheets we use to wrap our sushi up in. Yeah, we have lots of fish schooling over in this area too. You see all of those bright yellow ones with the black spot on the tail? Those are our Hawaiian millet seed butterfly fish. Those guys are pretty cool because they're one of our endemic species, meaning they're only found here in the Hawaiian Islands. Won't see those guys anywhere else in the entire world. Pretty neat. And then over on our starboard side of the submarine, we haven't left you guys completely out of the loop. You see that rock ridge we've been following along? That is an ancient lava overflow. Right? The Hawaiian Islands were all underwater volcanoes at one point, then they'd erupt. The lava would spread out and then cool. So this is one of those lava fingers coming off the main base of the island. And it's also now home to one of our natural coral reefs. This is started sinking our structures out here.
There's a big
the
fish.
coral on those.
Can you see?
So it actually started to spread from our artificial reefs over onto the lava rock ridge. So pretty cool to see the positive impact it can have on our environment as well. Right, not just all the negative ones we take. And
There's
then
one big fish.
we'll do our first big U-turn. We'll spin the submarine all the way back around, and we'll first show everybody over on our port side our natural coral reef, the Poliopono. And then shortly after, we'll be able to see those seaweed growing structures, the Japanese reefs, nice and close from our starboard side. So I mentioned early on, and you guys have probably noticed by now that we do go very slow throughout our tours. Makes for better views though, right? If we went too fast, everything would just be a big blur, wouldn't be able to see anything very well. But does anybody want to guess the top speed, the maximum speed our submarine can go? 100?
5 miles an hour.
You don't think so? 20? It's out of 5,
5.
13, 30, 20. The top speed we can possibly go in our submarine, only 3 knots. Or a little over 3 miles an hour. So if you're ever actually speed walking somewhere in a hurry, you're going faster than the top speed of our submarine. Yeah.
There's a starfish.
Yeah, so here we are, we just finished our big U-turn. So now we're seeing that natural coral reef over on the port side now. As we pass back by, make sure also checking out all the little nooks and crannies in the reef. We do often see our big moray eels sticking their heads up out of there. They're like our underwater snakes.
Ayan, dami ng fish.
Sharks? There's one way I can guarantee a shark. Do we have any volunteers? We do frequently see our sharks. In fact, we did see some earlier today as
Ayan, dami na,
well.
oh.
So fingers crossed they'll still be swimming around
Very
our
nice.
dive site to see them today. Same goes for like all of our larger marine life, turtles, rays, different things like that. Yeah, we see them almost every day, but not necessarily every tour. Ooh, those big silverfish over on the starboard
Oh,
side.
the big one. Yeah.
Those are our giant trevally,
Trevally.
or ulua. Those are one of the big apex predators out here. Very. Yeah, they're very delicious. Yeah, we got them on both sides now. All of these ones are still little baby giant
Where?
trevally.
Oh, yun.
They're probably around 2 feet longer, so still a pretty good sized fish. But when they're fully grown, they'll reach up to 6 feet long and weigh up to 200 pounds. So that's a little bit bigger than myself for comparison. Yeah, they get real big. And then here in a second, we'll be pulling back up to our Japanese. We also have a big school of those black and white striped fish with the long white streamer coming off their head. Those ones are our pennant butterfly fish. That one specifically is only over here. They have very close variations all around the world though. Yeah, there's a few different types of angelfish and Moorish idols that look very similar. To see down here. But it does affect the colors that we see down here because of that. The water is over 800 times denser than the areas, so we start to lose the color red first at about 30 feet, and then it follows the rainbow trend every additional 30 or so. We lose another color of the rainbow, so red or teal directly behind us. We're pretty deep already. We're at 97 feet, about to hit 100 feet down. Once we hit 100 feet here, there we are. Now you guys are part of the 1/10 of 1% of the entire world's population to ever make it down this deep. So congratulations. Kind of unique. The reason we came down this deep is to see that sunken airplane over on this starboard side. That is one of our YS-11 Mitsubishi airplanes. Don't worry, did not crash, nothing like that. We did purposefully sink it down here, just like all the other artificial reefs we're seeing today. We also have tons of those long, slender yellow fish, or yellow and white. Those are our tapape, or blue striped snapper. Yeah, we'll see those guys absolutely everywhere. They are unfortunately one of our invasive species out here.
Airplane.
So because this is also the deepest part of our entire dive, you guys came with a romantic partner, feel free to give them a quick kiss, call it the deepest of your entire life. And then here in a second, we will see our second YS-11 Mitsubishi airplane coming up over on our port side. we sunk these ones down here in 1991. The year after, in 1992, we had that big Hurricane Nikki I was telling you about that wiped all the algae off the Lava Rock Ridge where we saw all the coral growing. She was so powerful that she picked our airplanes up off the bottom of the seafloor, broke them apart to how we're seeing them today, because they did used to have the full cockpit, main fuselage, tail of the airplane sunk down here. So she broke them apart and then dropped them in this deep sandy valley from where they used to sit originally, over 500 yards, almost directly behind us. So pretty crazy the power of a storm even this far underneath the ocean surface.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh, you asked for a shark. We have a white tip reef shark under this second airplane wing, swimming right out underneath it, under there. That is a white tip reef shark. He's got a friend hiding under there too. He's going behind the airplane. Beautiful. Out of all of the sharks in the Hawaiian Islands, those guys are the most docile. Yeah, they're not actually scary at all. We scuba dive out here every day to set up our lines up in the morning and stuff. Every now and then we'll get them to come within a couple feet of us. Don't really care that you're there. Yeah, they just mind their own business. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Yeah, right close to us too. So this is the YO257, a U.S. Navy vessel that served in World War II, Vietnam, and Korea. YO stands for Yard Oiler. She carried around 250,000 gallons of fuel for the war efforts. So all the different pipes that we're going to see up on top of the deck, that's what all of those were used for. Over on the port side off in the distance, you guys are seeing our second sunken ship out there. That's that big shadow lurking. That's where we're going to head over to after this. The YO257 is also our most successful artificial attached or been eaten back by some of the fish.
School of fish.
Say again?
Wow, that's a lot.
Oh, barnacles.
No.
Some of them. Most of those ones are though. We also have a whole bunch of different types of fish over in this area. If you see those ones schooling
looks
at the top
yummy.
of there with the white triangle bodies, the orangish yellow head and back fins, those ones are called Hawaiian pyramid butterfly fish. Those guys are one of our favorites to see on our dive site because they're also an indicator species, meaning they indicate the health of the marine environment, right? They do so though by being very, very picky. So picky that if the marine conditions start to degrade or decline even a little bit, those are the first fish to leave the dive site. Ooh, the turtle's still there. Everybody get your cameras ready over on the port side. There's that Hawaiian green sea turtle. Beautiful. She's just chilling right there.
Surf's up, dude.
Gorgeous. Age of the turtles is a little harder to tell. Gender is a lot easier. So we do see them a lot more frequently since we sunk the same paper that we're headed to now in 1995. So over on the starboard side, you can already start to see the shadow of the YO257 out there. It looks like 57 did because she had a much different purpose. The San Pedro was a fishing boat and then retired, and then we sunk her down here.
A lot of fish.
Oh, wow.
Uh-huh. Beautiful. We got thousands more of those ta'ape schooling all over, all these yellow, slender fish. They are. We actually brought them over from Tahiti in the 1950s and 60s as part of a campaign from over in Tahiti because they are so delicious. Over in Tahiti, they'll get about 2 feet long or so. One of the best tasting fish. Kind of. So they brought them over because of that. Because our
There's a turtle.
little too chewy for a lot of people, myself included. Right.
Surf's up, dude.
4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the surface, everybody. Can we get a big round of applause for Captain Steven for doing a fantastic job today? And then now that we've made it back up to the surface, we'll go ahead and get our hatches back open. Then we'll wait for our surface officers to hop on top of the deck. Then they'll get us attached back up to the shuttle boat, the Capena, and they'll let us know when we're ready to disembark. So give us a couple minutes to get all of that done. Feel free to make sure you have all of your belongings with you, and I'll let you guys know when we're all clear.
Highly recommend.
Yes.
There's
There
our
she
ride.
is.
Hey, hope
That's how it goes.
Yeah, kind of cool to see the bottom of a 100-ton vessel, though. Usually, if you see the bottom of the boat, it means they did something very wrong. So hopefully, you won't see too many more. Mahalo and aloha.
Hello. That was awesome.
Without you guys, I'd have to go find a real job.
It is a nice job. It's a little wobbly. Thank you.
Bye, we'll be back.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Canada!
Yeah. You have a nice job. Oh, look. Nice. There's the submarine.
Okay, you gotta come now.
This is not in my bucket list, but I gotta check it anyway.